Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Let's go right into it. Why not? Yeah, we were trying to get slang added to the engine. So we will continue with that. Hello, what's up? See, you didn't miss anything because I didn't stream yesterday. Isn't that good for you? So you can backseat a little bit more. But I think I might have found a potential idea how to do it. Or at least, yeah, I think I found a potential on what I would want to do. So what I think I want to do is add here a dynamic array. Is it a dynamic array? Yeah, probably, of slang, or colon slang colon I component type, probably. I'd say I component type pointer, I guess. Components, and then we have a dynamic array. Yeah, probably a dynamic array of entry points, probably, or something like that. Or do I need that? That one I'm not sure, but let's try it. Entry points. And then we iterate them. And the only reason why we iterate them is... Well, actually, we could probably do it like that. Actually... well, I should have not done that. Let's just change that to slang pointer. Nice. Then this is where slang pointer. That's a little bit nicer to read, I guess. Well, slightly better to read. Then we get rid of that. We can probably, well, that's the initial size, right? So we can do entry point count. Do you not like that? No, sorry, that's entry point count. And that would be +1 here. Isn't that a constructor? Okay, maybe I need to do it like that. And I think that's reserving, right? If I remember correctly. That's the initial... Oh, it's the default constructed already. That's maybe not what we want. In that case, we probably want components reserve. Entry point count +1. And entry points reserve. Or entry point count, sorry. Yeah. And I think we can as well already do pushback. The modular. Because that one we definitely need. And then for each of them, does this return a success? Yeah. I guess we could do auto. If slang failed, probably return false here, to be honest. And otherwise, well, we definitely always do entry points and place back. Slang pointer. Good. Well, like that. And then we do module, well, components, pushback. And I think we just push back as well the entry point, right? I think. And then composed. Oh yeah, okay, makes sense. So that would be our components data. That is our components size, which we can of course numeric cast to an int32t, just so that slang is happy. And that's about it. Composed shader, I guess. I don't know. Not sure what I should call that. What does it return? Does it say what it does? I mean, I guess we could call it composed. Or like composite, I guess. Let's call it composite. Oh yeah, we end here. This loop. Yeah, exactly. Then we do that. Why did I? Okay. Now get rid of that. Okay. And then linked. Yeah, probably. Then we get the layout. And for the layout, we get the entry points. Which again, we numeric cast to an int32t. And then what we can do is basically loop over them. And I'm not sure if I need the first stage, to be honest, but why not? I is less than count. Well, I guess we could do composited entry point count. And I guess we do that. Plus I. Oops, I forgot the I. And then but why do I wait? Was there a reason that I did that? Actually, not really, I guess. Well, I mean, it's still. Oh yeah, because I don't know the name. That's what I wanted to do exactly. I wanted to combine, like, get all entry points. That was it, and then composite them here. Yeah, that's what I was. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yes. And then we go over each entry point in the linked result. So program layout, get entry point by index I, and that gives us not that gives us an entry point reflection. And with that we can now do found entry point that for stage that. We can do entry point reflection, get name, and entry point reflection, get stage. And that should work. Why would you not like that? That's a const jar. Oh, okay, that's not convertible. Is that? No, it's a. Bleh. It's a normal enum. Well, I guess we do a numeric cast then. For now. Yeah, sure. Take care while you're gone. Alright, so that would be that. And then we need to do the shader afterwards, right? But that one I kind of forgot again how to do. Well, I need to get the compiled thing. Is that in the composite maybe? Get target code? Anyone know? Where? You would probably know what's up, but I think I have some notes somewhere for that. It's getting the entry point and then get entry point code. That's it all. Get entry point code. Oh yeah, and that gives us a blob out. Yeah, that looks correct. That looks like what we want. Okay. But for now I am happy with this output. So I think I will put a breakpoint here. Do we actually execute that? That's the other question, because I'm not sure if we compiled the shaders or not already. Okay, now we have no shaders. Perfect. Perfect. And then do we have log here? Do we have a log here? Not quite, I guess, but it might not be executed yet. Yeah, okay, I think it was not. Yeah, okay. Found entry point main for stage 1 and stage 5, and I assume that would be stage 1 is vertex, stage 5 is fragment. Beautiful. So that works. That's exactly what I wanted. Let's go here, and delete our shaders again so that we run that again. One more thing would be there was a thing, god damn it, I forgot it. I was like thinking about it and then I forgot it again. Oh yeah, exactly, there is here some options that I wanted to set. But I kind of forgot. Oh yeah, okay, it's I guess we set them like directly like that, probably. One is : slang compiler option name emit spurv directly. And that once it seems like another value inside. That's like very, I mean, okay, I guess. Yeah, whatever. I think it's still weird, but fine. I'm not quite sure what that actually is, what I'm doing here, like what struct I'm constructing here. So that takes that name and value, and the value, okay. It's an int, and then we have like possibly 2 int values, 2 string values. Okay, whatever. Not sure why we need that, but I guess we could read up the maybe it's defined in the option itself. Cool, will be deprecated. Cool. Okay, it is defined what it is. Okay, so int value, higher bits, lower bits. Okay, so you would just need to find your option and then look what you have to set, basically. Okay, makes sense. And then here we want Vulkan use entry point name, and we do the same. And what that does, as far as I understood, is, well, this one I think skips the step of GLSL or HLSL as a in-between thing, but don't quote me on that. And this one is that we can Because usually slang, what it does is if it finds a shader, so we have our slang shader somewhere, right? Data compiler, I think we have hard-coded it, exactly. So here, if I name my thing vertex main, what slang does at the compilation time without the flag is it just takes that and converts it to main internally, because GLSL does not support multiple entry points by default, like ever, at least I think. So slang to be compatible with GLSL, it just does that automatically for you, unless you set this compiler option. If you set the compiler option, like I did just now, Vulkan use entry point name, you can have different entry points in your shader. So in theory, I should be able to do this now. Well, if I could type my vertex main 2, for example, and do exactly the same thing, and I would have 2 inputs. And I think that should still compile and give me now 3 entry points, 2 for the 2 for vertex and 1 for fragment. Whereas I think otherwise, we can try it again then, taking out those compile options. I think then it just fails if I do that. Slang compiler. We already have an output here. I hope at least. Yeah, found vertex main and vertex main 2. Exactly, for stage 1. If I press continue, the other log will not come out as well. For the fragment, I think. Yeah, exactly. Found entry point main for stage 5. And then if we... Did I now output shaders? Well, let's kill it just in case. If I now take the flag away, I think it will be a compile error. At least that's how I understood it. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it just does it by default already? Or is it after the... No, that wouldn't make sense. It is already compiled at this point, right? Or would it only compile it here? Compiler option, Vulkan use entry point. Okay, close this. Slang. Vulkan use entry point name. Well, that's not what I wanted. There is no... Why is there... I think I read it here, even on this page. But maybe not. I mean, maybe it's already defaulted by now to do that. And the example I found was old. Where is that? Shader lang. Here, multiple entry point support. Oh, maybe this is just not a valid entry point at that point. But shouldn't it output? Oh, maybe we are not. Hold on, maybe we are not even. Maybe we are not even. Oh, we are not doing a. Oh, we are not. Well. Slang result. I think we need to get the result here. Maybe you target per V and not. Well, but it's that. I mean, maybe it's that. Maybe because we are. But it says when targeting spur V. So that's why I'm confused, right? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can leave it out or we leave it in. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, right? I will just do that and... I guess we could as well. Do this. Because maybe there is diagnostics there, right? So let's see. Otherwise we can leave it. Okay, no, it just passed all of it. It didn't care at all. So then I'm wondering, would it change? Would it change if I set it to 0? So maybe the default is already 1, right? By now? No. Okay, cool. So I'm not sure. Weird. Really weird. Well, let's continue. If we have a problem later on, let's do that. But what other options are there? Because I guess I need some other things maybe. Enable, yeah, that one. Yes. Enable warning. I guess your warning or code name. If it's empty, does it do everything? Do I need some special value here? Slang enable warning. Okay, but is that correct? Because here it says it's a string value. No, okay, well. Weird. But fine. And then we probably want warnings as errors. Why not? That sounds definitely something. String value or... Okay, well then let's do that. String. I mean, maybe there is specifies a list of... So maybe if it's empty, it just does everything, right? Maybe you can define it, but if you don't, it just does all of them. Then let's do that. I don't know. Do like both 1 and 4. I don't know. Whatever. Not very clear in my opinion, that part. Okay. Anyways, here I want to change that interface, and that will be shader compiler. How does that work? I think we get okay, maybe not. Shader cache, yeah. And this gives us a stage and the bytecode. And I think we want to change that. So I think what we do... Oh, I see. That's... okay. Well, I guess we kill that feature then. It's not a big deal. So my shader compiler, currently it's supported to... It detected which shader stage changed. And depending on that, it... we only compiled and reprocessed and reflected on the stage that actually changed, and if the vertex stage stayed the same, we didn't do anything to that stage. But I think that we can remove that. It's not that big of a deal, and we need to anyways reload the Vulkan shader anyways once one of the stages changed, because we need to recreate the pipeline. So it wasn't really that... I mean, yeah, it skipped the compilation, but it seems like Slang doesn't really support that. I mean, unless... There was one other thing I saw, which is that here we can do entry point get function reflection, but I'm not sure what that does. But let's try it. Get. That just gives me the stage. That doesn't give me the stage. That just gives me the entry point, I think, and all the parameters. Yeah, okay. So that doesn't really help. Okay, so we would need to do this. And at that point, this is like... Is that already compilation or is that just a pre-process? Okay. So I guess it's already... Yeah, that's my question. Does it compile it here? Or is it already compiled at the point where I call link? I don't know. Or is it compiled when I do this load module? Where is the actual compilation done? That would be interesting, somewhat. But I think I mean, it would be nice to know, but I think it doesn't matter in reality. I would want to know where it happens, but what can you do? Failed compositing. Slang shader. Well, okay, I mean, then we need to kinda kill that feature. Shader compile, shader cache. I mean, it makes the shader cache simpler as well, I guess. So, shader stage entry. I guess in that case, just get rid of that. And at that point it would be just a bytecode here. I think. And then if our pre-processed shader is valid, okay, then... Well, I guess in this case we don't really care anymore. Or do we? Wait. Oh, that's the pre-process, okay. Okay, I see. I think we need to restructure that slightly now. Because that doesn't really fly with the other thing. So I think what we would do here is... Yeah. What we do here is we didn't find it, so we definitely need to recompile. So we do shader compiler compile shader code, and we get out. Well, and we maybe give it the entry. Does that make sense? Or do we give it just the stages? Maybe we just give it the stages. Maybe we do it like that. Because that would mean that these are... Yeah, I think that would work. Probably. So all of that up until here. Well, okay. Let's do that. Up until here, we take it. And we need a new file. Graphics, public that, where not that, where not graphics. Rendering hardware interface. Now we add here a glsl compiler.h, and we add a glsl compiler.cpp, and we do an include. Namespace Onyx RHI shader compiler glsl. Oops, well, that's fine. Let's dump it here for now. We definitely need that. And we will include that pragma once. And then, well, this one will change actually. This will just be const string shader code. This goes away. And this is an in-place array. Of dynamic array of that, and then max shader stages. I think, yeah, I deleted the compile commands, JSON, regenerated, CMake, restarted Vim, and then it worked. Don't ask me why. But yeah, that worked. But it was a neo Vim fuck up, I think, because I opened as well VS Codium and there it worked. To be honest, I'm kinda happy with NeoVim and with the setup I have, but I'm still somewhat annoyed with some parts of it. It definitely is. You need to get used to it. I still am not really used to debugging in it. And I miss sometimes the graphic interface of, for example, Visual Studio or VS Code or Rider for debugging. But overall, besides that, the responsiveness and everything is like super nice. Yeah, that's true, I guess. I'm just not used to working on Linux, so I'm not sure what they actually use for debugging. Because I mean, there's not red debug for Linux yet, right? Because I would be curious for that, but I think it doesn't exist yet. Out shader stages. Or maybe... I will revisit that actually. Let's see, so slang compiler, okay, so that is basically the same. And then let's do source. And we have here compiler that. Change GLSR. Yep. Guess we do it like that because technically, alphabetically, that's before it. Okay. GLSR compiler. Bool compile. And then... well, I guess we take that. Is that it? Oh wait, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so this we need to include. And I guess this should be then moved into... okay, where... shader cache. Let's do one thing, check one thing first. So stages here. And this one. I guess we give it... maybe give it the entry? No, it doesn't really make sense, right, that we give it the entry. We're only interested in the bytecodes. No, but I think I need to anyways handle it more or less myself. So that's fine. I don't care about that. Okay, actually we need to... well, okay, we need to handle that different. But yeah, it would basically be... Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, we need to actually do it slightly different. Wait, what did I do there? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Then let's do it like that. Stages bytecode. We give it that. And we probably get a result out or something like that. This one then is deleted. We don't need that here. We don't need that here. Shader reflection, yes. Where is it? It would be one thing, right? So maybe. But then what do we do with that? Oh, we give it... Oh, okay. So would be that probably. Hey, welcome back. And then let's kill that. I think. And this one. Okay, yeah, so this one then is for each. Maybe we loop over it like that. So we do a new int32t stage in 0 and then max chess. Well, let's do I, it's fine. Less than max shader stage. Const dynamic array. If and that basically is the old code. So basically if our entry stages at I is not empty and the stage's bytecode is empty, then the state was removed. And now we need to do that. Otherwise we can just do the rest that we do in the compilation step of GLSR. which is this here. This, otherwise entry dot shader remove stage. What is the old loop? I want to take the same loop. Okay. Do I need the stage? Oh yeah, not here stage. Oh, and then entry dot stages add I clear, I guess. I think that was the old code, and then this one is stage bytecode. Oh, and entry stages add I. I hope that works. Oh, maybe we should do that afterwards. Do we do the shader instantly here? Okay, yeah. Perfect. Good. I guess we would need to have the entry point here. But we don't really support that yet. Yeah, so this compile here needs to change. That should basically be the same as we have in the GLSL compiler. Like that. And then we get rid of those. Because those are GLSL specific. I'm not sure if we need the other one. This goes away. this goes away. So I think the stage includes dice. It's a little bit problematic. So why do we do the absolute fire pass and all that crap? Where is my GLSR thing? Here. So I think I take those for sure, and then let's adjust them. Reprocess. Okay, well, never mind, it's until here we delete that. GLSR compiler. Okay. And then shader compiler again. And I think we have a reflect here, right? Yeah. That one goes as well into GLSR. GLSR compiler. Let's compile. Not sure. Anyways, okay. Shader compiler. So we take that. That goes away. GLSR. What's here? Okay, actually. Okay. We just move that, it's fine. Because it makes one thing easier, which is this one. We move that into compiler slash GLSL slash that, and probably move that as well. This one. Shader, compiler, GLSR. Huh? How did I break that? One up, two up, three up. Okay, let's try that again. Shade. Oh, it is probably already in shader. Sorry, compiler GLSR. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. Compiler GSR. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. So we need to, of course, find recent. Do we have? Oh, here. No, not here, not down there. Source. Yeah. So this one goes into GLSR, slang, and then and this one. Hey, thank you for the raid. Steven LB, how was your stream? Welcome, welcome everyone. Let me do that. Hello. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. You had a good stream? What were you working on? If you don't mind me asking. Reinforcement learning, AI training, AI to make a game. I see. I see. Well, that's not really something I'm too familiar with. I mean, I know what they are and, of course, somewhat how they work, but never trained one myself. And then shader, or was it shader? Preprocessor here. Compiler, GLSR. So, perfect. So we did that restructure. Is it worth it? Probably, I don't know. So I guess this one needs to move as well, or the get shader data type is probably something we use. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so this one. Let's fix it afterwards. So GLSR compiler. Probably we need that here. Setup shader options, setup shader include. Okay, yeah, so we have a couple of more things that are missing. Setup shader options, setup shader includer, yeah. All right, like that. GLSR that, and then compiler GLSR shader preprocessor and shader includer. Yeah, let's do that. Perfect. Okay, we need to include here. Okay, anything else here, bro? Oh yeah, okay, we need more stuff. Okay. Okay, maybe we need to do that in a common function. Let's see, shader compiler. That one I'm not too sure. For now, let's move all of them to GLSR, and we will add them to common areas if we need them in the slang compiler as well. So they go up here. It's not really nicely formatted for now, but we can definitely who cares about that? Oh, did I break something? Oh, we don't do that. So I guess by default we just return one. I don't know. Actually, it should be. Wait a second. That is actually. That looks sus. Oops, shader compiler. Unhandled texture format return 4. That looks kind of sus. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Oops. GLSR. Perfect. That looks better. Shader. It's a lot of moving code just to get that up and running, but I guess it's for the better anyways. Probably, well, we probably need that one for sure in GLSR. That one I know. But do we need anything else now? Okay, there is reserved descriptor set and this reserved descriptor name. That one I think we probably still need as well in the other namespace as well. Well, in slang as well. I would assume. Then shader compiler is reserved. Okay. Did I GLSR? Where did I move that? Is reserved. Okay. Where would that have been? That should have been in GLSR. What? Let's go one more, like a more visual diff. Because I'm a little bit confused. It should have been fine. That should have been in shader compiler. Get default format. When it has to be somewhere here, right? It's not. I'm so confused. What? But where is that? Is reserved descriptor set. Okay. Ah. No, it is here. Okay. Copy. Not sure why that GLSR compiler. But yeah, we probably want to have those. In common places. I think they might need. They might be. Might be the same for a couple of them. Get or create shader descriptor set. Shader compiler. Get or create shader descriptor set. Okay. Nah, whatever. Take it. Not sure if Slang will need that. GLSR compiler. Oh, look at that. Here it is. I'm just blind. Okay. Okay. I think we might be. Well, maybe not. Need it before this function. Okay. Shader compiler. So there is a couple of things that we now need to do. So first of all, let's go to the header. Okay, that one is already cleared. I'm not sure where we do the validate. What does the validate actually do? I think that is as well the GLSR thing. Okay. Maybe that's not even a thing, I don't know. Who knows? Okay. Yeah. Shader language. So now we do that. We have to fix that. We do the slang compilation still randomly here. Then we don't do that. We just give it the source and we get out stages. Out shader stages, out reflection. Something like that, right? What's the idea? Out shader reflection. reference, of course. Yes. Oh wait. Restart. Okay. That is the temporary shade of fires. I think we don't need them for... I think we only need them for GLSL, which will now die, probably, in the long term. Yeah, as I said, we will keep it. Out shader reflection. And then this is GLSL compile, API. Shader code. Out shader stages, out shader reflection. Okay. Well, we would need to call that slang in it only once, I think, so leave that out for now. Oh yeah, we need to adjust, of course, all the other functions. This, and then we go to the header. Shader compiler.h. Ah, okay, I see. Okay, so we do need that, okay. Now, return true. GLSR compiler here. Class. Struct. I think I would want to make this a... I guess it's fine. It can be a struct. Alright, we copy that, slang. Okay, good. Compile. Slang. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, we don't have the name, so let's just do test here. And then source path as well. I don't know. Okay, we need a couple of more info then probably into this function. Maybe we should hand in the... Nah, I think we will give it, yeah, like more data, just that should be good enough. We'll give it the shader path as well. Alright, that will probably not compile, let's be honest. Probably broke a couple of things. So first of all, shader compiler. Okay, well, this one is... Validate code graphics. Let's do that. GLSL compiler. Okay. Oh. Oh, we need that function, I guess. Something along those lines, kinda ish. Should be better. Yeah, I think we need more data. Hmm? Hold on. GLSR, where does this namespace end? That's fine, reflect, all good. That's the anonymous namespace, that's fine. Where? Is it fine? Probably not actually. Because we want this as well in the anonymous namespace. Then this would be the end of the anonymous namespace, exactly. This is the binary path output. Okay, or kind of makes sense again. I mean, it will still not compile. Do we cache include files? Oh, we did that. Maybe we still need that as well in the... Maybe I was a bit too eager with removing stuff. So we definitely need as well file path, shader path. We need that, and then the absolute file path. Not sure why we would need that. What do we need the source path for? Ah, is that... okay, I think I know why. Okay. But we can get that again. That's not such a big deal. And stage includes... Yeah. Not sure if it's worth it fixing this, to be honest. But maybe. Or maybe we just instantly kill GLSR. Thank you, Kostrohan, for the follow as well. I mean, we don't have too much time today anymore, so we will unfortunately not get that done today. I kinda I kinda underestimated a little bit the amount that I would need to rewrite the shader compiler. Because if it's the second language we add, and it was like very specific for GLSR, unfortunately. Even though I tried to keep it open, you always learn the hard way then that it's not that dynamic after all. I think... where are we? Shader compiler, pre-process. That one would definitely go away. That one goes away. It even says here, move this to the Vulkan shader compiler. Great. Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. So that one is fine. So I'm wondering shader cache. Maybe I should give the shader cache entry. And we revive back the thing. This. But this is only a GLSL thing, I think. Well, or actually it's my shader preprocessor that makes it like that. So what we could do instead is just take that, and put that there. And that would be the includes. Maybe. So I think the idea was key hashed path value content hash. That I think was the thing, if I'm not mistaken. And probably at that point the shader compiler. So GLSR compiler instead of yeah, maybe yeah, we would need the data here, right? Because we would want to exactly push some include hashes here. So maybe we give it the shader cache entry. Nah, that actually sucks. Shader cache. Oh wait, actually code diff. Yeah, okay, let's do it like that. Let's bring that back. Just clear that one, we don't need that. And then this is again a dynamic array of shader cache stages. Yeah, and then we give it this inside to the GLSR compiler. Probably a reference. Well, actually, do I need to do that? I think I can forward declare it probably struck shader stage cache entry. Well, unfortunate, we will not be done with that today, but what can you do? Oh, we need the path as well. Const file path shader path. Well, I guess we let's do const like that. Slang compiler. Perfect. Shader cache. Something like that. Absolute file path shader, well, GLSR. Perfect. So we have that, and then stage includes, I think that was compiler. Not too sure where that was. Oh, okay, maybe not here. It has to be somewhere here. It's not in reflect, probably. Shade where stage includes. Okay, I'm stupid, I guess. Shader compiler. Where the hell was that? That has to be out includes. Yeah. So where was the preprocess card? Oh, it's... Ah, wait, okay. I think I know what it is. Shader cache? Or then this is shader path and entry, I guess. Oh, and then the reflection info, yeah. Oh, and API. Not that. Okay, whatever. Oh, nice. I rigged a lot of stuff. Okay, that's better. But we don't have the API here or what? I'm confused. Ah, it's the shader cache, sorry. Graphic system, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh. That one? Wait. Would need to be... Or actually it's this, never mind. Shield is there. Shader compiler, blah blah blah, that here, and then okay. Entry. No, not like that. Yeah, I think it would be that, more or less. I mean, that is not exactly... It would be like that. I think we can get rid of that. Okay, I mean, we are getting there, but it will still be quite far off, I think. Can we get rid of that? For sure. And then shader, compiler. This one. Something along those lines. Why do we have that here? Nobody knows. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Wait. Oh, wait. That and shader path. Was it path and then the code? Oh, I have no idea, man. Yeah, well, it was path and then the code. We wouldn't want that to be wrong. Okay. Let's see where we are, but not sure. Probably are nowhere close to having that run again. I mean, first of all, okay, where we have that already, right? Source definitions. Oh. Let's see, let's try to get it up and running again today. It will be probably still a couple of compile errors here and there. But let's try to get the engine main screen up and running again. So that in theory GLSL is functioning again. Okay. Oh yeah. Compiler, GLSL, shader preprocessor. Was that the only one? Well, the shader includer probably has the same thing, right? Yeah. Compiler, GLSL, shader includer. And then that is some old stuff. Well, actually it's not that old, but was start when I started streaming. This was built. Stage cache entry. See, so that's a bit of a problem. Well, I mean, I guess not necessarily. What is the stage include? See, that is what I'm confused about. Where is my GLSL compiler? Because that one I am perplexed what it should be. But why is my shader compiler so weird? Doesn't look anything like it used to look like. Let's reflect. I don't really care about reflect. See, it has a GLSL compile and all this code is missing. So I'm confused. That's like bizarre. Okay, let's try something else then. If you refuse to give me the proper diff. GitHub, where actually. Oh, I'm logged in. Repositories. Then let's do it like that. Hey Rui, welcome. Onyx modules RHI. Probably private shader. Okay, now I'm more than confused. Wait, where did I take that from then? Stage? Wait, it wasn't the... Oh, I'm stupid. It's in shader cache, right? Stage includes... Oh, yeah, that is it. Okay. We would put that here, I guess. And then, yeah, we have the pre-process here, which we need to move, I guess. Then we have the compile, then we have the reflect. And that stage cache entry would be... Actually, that would be... Was that the actual... Oh, that was already a real one, okay. I guess. Well, in this case, it is the stage cache entry, so it would be auto ref stage entry is out stages at I. Shader stage cache entry. Alright, let's call it stage cache entry. Okay, and then this would be as well. Where this one. Let's get rid of that. This if statement then is a little bit useless. Includes cache. Includes cache. Where was that? Let's leave that out for now. I don't know. I would need to read that up again. That is we set that one. Whatever. It's not that important. That include thing is not that important. Okay, so it doesn't. But 7 were provided. Okay, I need those, yeah. At that point, that namespace is completely obsolete. And then why is that? Because we want the API source path preprocessed and then we don't need the shader language. That one is already obvious. That's probably it, and then let's actually do oops. What the hell? Please stop it. Thank you. Return false. Failed pre-processing. Failed reflecting. All right. Good. And then yeah. Thank you. Take care and have a good rest, and yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I mean, you are not missing a whole lot. That refactor is really not the nicest thing, but I mean, it is what it is. Not sure if it's worth it in the long run, to be honest, because we will remove this anyways. But for now we have so many GLSL shaders that it would be kinda bad to have it gone. No member called hash. Stage entry. Oh. Yeah, I think that one goes away, that one goes away. Alright. Validate code. GLSRH. Oh yeah, it doesn't love it. But now it does. Let's see if we run. Or okay, I mean, maybe let's do one thing. Let's kill that. Let's get rid of that and then run again, but I doubt it was that. Yeah, okay, I think it's not that. What is the issue? Entry shader is probably empty, right? Because I think that was slightly different beforehand. Okay, yeah, no, that was like that. But then where did we create the shader? I'm not quite sure where we did that. If the entry is up to date, then we do that. Otherwise, how did that work again? Jesus, that's like a long time ago. Well, I did a big refactor now, and if the entry is up to date, then we do that. Otherwise, we load it from this. Otherwise, it's still empty, right? And then the pre-process of the thing is valid. And we do that. Oh, no, then... Okay, well, then it should be valid. Hold on. Okay, out shader is something, okay. Is Vulkan API empty or is the bytecode empty? The bytecode is empty. Okay, the bytecode is empty. Why is the bytecode empty? Oh, actually, let's do that. And then... Yeah, okay. That's it, probably. So that, and if this, then we do that, and we continue. That looks better. Sorry, I was a little bit sidetracked here. On what coordinate system did you pick for your engine? I'm in the middle of solving some inconsistencies. As in for my 2D APIs, top left is the origin. My UVs, I think, are top left, but don't quote me on that. But overall, I have a right-handed coordinate system, so as well like OpenGL, I think. I think OpenGL is as well right-handed, right? So, yeah. But yeah, I struggled as well a little bit with that. Well, not struggled, but like went back and forth. Well, that's unfortunate. All of them are null pointers. Oh wait, that's the shader module. Do we never end up here? I guess not, but why? We should go here. Now we should go here. Oh, okay, wait. What is the issue? Oh, I do something. Okay, I definitely do something weird then. Hold on. Shader path, shader code, shader path, shader code. Okay. Okay, where do we call that? Well, I did it here as well wrong. So yeah, I'm not sure if I can help too much, but I think mine is basically the same. Why would that be empty? Oh, maybe because we have that. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Now we add a... That's unfortunate. Do we have? Oh, we have a cache file here. That doesn't look too bad. I mean, we should only load like one shader, right? If I'm not mistaken. But then we are never actually rendering anything. Oh wait, there is something here. GUI? Why would that be an issue? Right-handed plus X. My set plus... Yeah, out of the screen, yes. Yeah, that is fair. I don't know. Yeah, not too sure. Oh, did I not clear the... Yeah, I didn't clear the shader cache. Okay. I see, we pre-process and that is garbage. M is valid is false. But why? Oh, which stage are we here? Compute. I mean, that's fair, we don't have a compute. So how did that work beforehand? Hold on. Ah, if it is valid, and I think I removed that or what? Yeah. Okay. That makes somewhat sense. No, still not. Still not good enough. Hmm. But why? What did I break? Well, I don't have a lot of time left today. So that's a bit of a bummer. But I'm so confused. Because it doesn't give any error. I mean, it doesn't have a valid push constant range or what? Okay. There's a couple of weird things here. It's as if the reflect is not getting called or something like that. Wait. Oh, shader reflection. No, that's bad. I think that's it. And then let's clear that. I think that was it probably. Yeah, okay, that was it. Good. Not sure. I mean, we can try. Yeah, I thought so. I thought that we might have an issue there somewhere. I don't. Oh no, that is actually fine, probably, yeah. Okay, good. I think we are back. We have all the shaders compiling again. That is a temporary change with the lighting of the terrain. That compiler. Perfect. So we have the engine more or less refactored for the... Oh yeah, that is still a little bit unfortunate. I'm not quite sure why that is the case. So that is the load, but with the save. Are we right or wrong? Yeah, probably. I assume my bytecode. Oh wait, if probably that, right? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Was it there or did I remove that? Ah, it was if the hash is invalid. No, wait, that's not the same thing. We read that. Oh yeah, okay. If the hash was invalid, we continued. And now we look if the bytecode is empty. If the bytecode is empty, we just skip. That's good enough. Okay, cool. With that, I will be done for today, and we will add the slang tomorrow. But that refactor is kind of done now, which is good. And it's making the shader compiler a little bit more isolated, which is good. Because in theory, if you would want to have an HLSL compiler, I think it makes now easier to add it. But in the end, I think we will stick with slang and we'll probably deprecate the GLSL one. Thank you, you too. I will be back tomorrow though, streaming tomorrow again. Because on the weekend I have more time as I don't have to work. Anyways, thank you very much for joining, everyone. Thank you as well for the new follows, and thank you for the raid if you're still here. Not sure, Steven, but thank you. Let's return the favor and raid someone else. Let's raid Mr. D-Boy. I think I didn't raid him in quite some time. And he seems to be finishing his game. Okay, now he's, I think, playing games, but that's fine as well. It's a little bit relaxing, I guess. So yeah, thank you very much for joining, and see you hopefully tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye bye.
So, hear me out. What if